Hi, this is Glenn from Subaru of Portland. Today we'll be talking about the 2024 Subaru Outback Touring, but it's going to contain most of the same features throughout most of the Subaru Outback line. We're going to start with steering responsive headlights. So when we turn the wheels, we'll turn the bulbs themselves. As we're going up a hill, for example, the gyroscope will read as we're going up a hill and turn the bulbs down to face the earth. Front view camera and the touring level. And on all of my Subaru Outbacks, I'm going to have windshield wiper defrosters. So what these are lines that run along the windshield themselves. They're similar to what you see on the rear defrosters of a standard car. When you go ahead and start your car remotely from your phone, you can turn on the front defrosters and turn on the windshield wipers defrosters. So that if you have ice or some such that's stuck there, it'll defrost it. So no more leaving your windshield wipers up overnight. Like all Subaru SUVs, I have an all-wheel drive system all the time, as well as 8.5 inches of clearance. As we go further back, we have blind spot indicators in our mirrors and of course fold-away mirrors in case something bumps into them. Even further back, we talk about up here, these are our roof rails, but on a Subaru Outback, unlike anything else that Subaru makes, they become crossbars. They slot right in. These crossbars can hold 125 pounds of weight while you're moving and 700 pounds of weight while you're static. One of the features I'm most proud of in the Subaru Outback, actually all Subarus, is two things. One, this door which opens at about 85 degrees, giving you lots of space to move things in, but more important is this little piece right here, which is almost unnoticeable. This creates an air pocket for this alloy steel beam right here to fit into. This beam goes across the inside of the door, locks into that space to create a full seal. So if something happens and this door is impacted, it won't fall inside itself. Subaru spends a lot of time and money to make sure that we have one of the safest cars on the road. Coming back to the back here, push button gate, of course, as well as our backup camera. In here, you'll see the back area. When the seats are folded down, you have 91.2 cubic feet of space. Easy for a 6-foot person or two 6-foot people to sleep in. Conveniently located also, I have a 12-volt adapter right here. So I have an inflatable mattress or some such, I can plug it in here and use that to blow it up. No more having to go up in the front and kind of dig around up there. The cargo cover, it releases at the push of a button, lifts right out. I can lift at the back here, use this convenient hook that they provided me, and that cargo cover fits right in here. So I don't have to leave it at the garage if I'm not using it at the time. Underneath that, of course, is my spare tire and all the tools I could possibly need. Also back here, which you can't necessarily see, are my Harman Kardon speakers. Top-end stereo system here. Because this is a touring level, we're also going to find Napa leather seats in here, reclining seats, and heated rear seats. As we come up to the front, we're going to notice we have our steering responsive headlights up front. These are LED lights. They're super bright, but not terribly bright. We also have what I call polite high beams. So if these high beams are on and a car comes at you, the sensors and the cameras up front are going to recognize that. They're going to drop the car's headlights to low beams until that car passes, then return to high beams once they're gone. As we're getting in, I'm going to sit down in these super duper comfortable leather Napa seats. And to be honest, I've cheated a little bit here because the seats are already programmed to me by pushing this button right here. In addition, this door and the entire computer system recognize my keys as I got in the car. So it knows my keys are set to a certain angle and they set it for me. If my partner would be in the car would recognize their settings and adjust the seats and all the mirrors to them so they'd be comfortable when they got in the car before they even sat down. Now that I'm in, I'm going to turn my car on right here, look at my 11.6-inch screen here, where all the features in the world that I need them to be are. Heaters, heated seats, ventilated seats, all this. Now when I'm driving on the road, if I want to change this conditions a little bit, I don't have to look at my screen here. I can just push a button on the steering wheel and say, set thermostat at 65 degrees, and it'll adjust it for me, as well as turn on heated seats, turn on ventilated seats, whichever I want to do, so I can keep my eyes safely on the road. I have to do this because I have this eyesight mitigation here that's watching my eyes. If I take too much time looking off the road or looking down, the car's going to recognize that and give me a couple beep warning to let me know that I'm not paying attention to the road and probably that I should be. If I were to actually fall asleep on the road, this system here would bring the car to a slow, comfortable stop. Once inside, I've got my Napa leather on right here. I'm going for a bit of a road trip, so I'm going to extend this little piece out here that goes underneath my knees and supports them. So I'm really comfortable from a nice long trip. Now that I'm in the car, I can take my phone, toss my charger right here, and then it started getting charging. Not to worry, I don't need to plug it in anymore because starting in 2023, all Subarus now have the major screen here, and we have wireless Apple CarPlay and an Android Auto. That means that my Google Maps, my Apple Music, whatever I'm listening to, my screen is all going to show up on the screen right here. As I stated earlier, this is the touring level. So this is the utmost in comfort in a Subaru Outback. From my Napa leather seats, to my heated ventilated seats here, to the little thing that pulls out underneath my leg that provides me comfort underneath my knees, and a Harman Kardon speaker. This particular one, I also have a turbo and a moonroof. Subaru Outback Touring is the utmost in crossing that line between off-road vehicle and luxury vehicle, and it does it with magnificent style. So that's your 2024 Subaru Outback. I hopefully have explained why there's so many of these cars on the road and you see them everywhere you go. They are the be-all, end-all of vehicles. They cross the line between luxury and off-road with ease. They're incredibly safe, they're incredibly reliable, and they can take you on all kinds of adventures.